Hello there, my name is Nick Dutch, and what I want to do today is to tell you a perspective as to why and how I developed my attitudes towards occultism, magic, spiritualism, and matters of a quasi-supernatural stroke paranormal nature. I wanted to try and get to grips with precisely what I really thought, and also wanted to try and get to grips with the idea of what could actually be achieved and what actually couldn't be achieved. And I came up with a fictional scenario. A fictional scenario in which my life was in danger. Obviously, I'm putting myself out there on the internet as being someone who has some kind of experience and or knowledge of matters of a occult or spiritual nature. So I thought to myself, literally, Nick, what would happen if someone had said to me, "You're going to die if your spell, your ritual, your candle burning or whatever does not provide the results which are stipulated. You will be killed." Well, then I'd have to think very carefully as to what I meant when I'm talking about it. Could I continue to use the phrase, "it works"? Well, I have when I have been, bullied by various trolls on the internet, been forced into various conditions in which I took the whole conversation a little too seriously, and I did say it works, but that was in fact a bit of a misnomer, an inappropriate emotional reaction to me being threatened in one particular way. So I don't think that the phrase "it works" is appropriate. If someone had actually approached me and said, "I'm going to kill you if you don't get me the result which is stipulated," what would I do or tell them? Okay. My only way out, let's say hypothetically, would be to say publicly that magic itself does not work. I would have to define closely and carefully what I mean when I'm talking about magic. I would be put in a position of saying that under some strange circumstances, some strange things seem to occur. I am fascinated with these things, and I believe there is some kind of importance to them. And I'd probably have to let it go at that. I would probably explain to this would-be killer that within society there are two things, or apparently two things, which seem to affect people's perspectives about the paranormal. On one side of things, you've got the various mythologies and stories which appear in the media, or come out of various different forms of religious schools of thought. And on the other side of things, you've got strange experiences, which people have reported or seem to have had. That's more or less all we can say. On my side of things, I go by the strange experiences I've had. I try and find out under what conditions they were created, and I try and recreate them. And from this, I build up my understanding of the world. I still have a lot of questions, but I don't have hard and fast answers. Although it does appear that under some circumstances, some strange things do seem to occur, and there is a drive in me to try and bring these things to a level of controllability. So if the question that was put to me is, I have one particular task which I demand that you do today, or you're dead, or you have to say that magic doesn't work, I would have to say to the would-be killer, you don't know what you're talking about. I would have to say, you have misunderstood what I am talking about, what I'm doing here, the experiments that I'm doing, the experiences I'm trying to get. And I would have to refuse to use the phrase, magic works. The very fact that the phrase magic works is so heavily ingrained within New Age society isn't positive. It isn't positive at all. It creates issues with expectations as to what can or can't be created. It makes people afraid of things which they shouldn't really be afraid of. and as a result, it can be damaging, and it can be used and abused by cult leaders of various different types. This is a fair understanding as to why the phrase magic works is an abomination.